Hello, hello. I'm surrounded by perverts. The elliptical was, uneventful, not not fun. It was there. But thank you for asking. I appreciate your support. Thank you. Getting festive here. Indeed. All right. Let me get all situated. Given. Here we go. All right, we're on chapter 4. Let me let me pull up my notes. All right, here we go. Cha. Okay, we're on chapter 4. All right, let's see what we can do. What flavor is the hat? That's a good question. It's got maybe candy corn flavored, pumpkin flavored would be the best choice, but it's probably something gross like candy corn flavored. Let's see. See if I can see it bigger. Yeah, there's candy corn at the top. There's some lollipops. Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. There's green parts on my hat. I just realized that you can't. They're green screened out. So, ooh, spoopy. I never noticed that. Well, yeah, bone flavor, something like that. Right. Oh, mochi. None of that. Okay. Let me know. Tell me how the sound is, if and you don't mind. There should be some background music that's like a toot 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 toot. Nanashi, hi! Music's good. Thank you for letting me know. Appreciate it. Yes. Mochi's here too. She's keeping an eye out. So, all right. Last episode, what happened? We hung out with the creepy demon. And he was just kind of like, I tricked you about a bunch of things. And it's like, that's not cool. And he's like, I don't care. So he was definitely not like playing around. He wasn't pretending anymore. And we were just kind of like, cool, well, we don't want to deal with you. And he's like, and then Seiya, we didn't want to like fall asleep or anything. So he's keeping an eye out. And he's being a little extra, which ain't bad. All right, let's play. Okay, so let's see. Last we left off, we're here at this elevator. I can't remember. Let me see. What do I remember about the elevator? Oh, basically, it could take us to the mortal world. And we're like, yo, you could have taken us to the mortal world the whole time. And he's like, there's some stipulations. And so we're like, okay, fine. Hi, Mochi. What you doing? Give me 1 second. I got to open something up. It's gonna make some noise real quick. Oh, here we go. That's what I want. Okay, and then I got muted. Okay. Goods. Thank you. Just want to check that some things are going. Okay. Here we go. That's not what I meant to open. Here we go. Getting in the elevator, I noticed a small pedestal in the center. Atop the pedestal was something resembling a crystal ball. Seiya then placed a hand on it.
このエレベーターは乗車するすべてのものがここに手を乗せなければ動かない仕組みとなっております。
I don't know if anybody's watched Azumanga Daioh, but there is a character whose nickname is Osaka. She's very cute. She's from Osaka, and so like the story goes that she's a little bit more of a country bumpkin, and so she doesn't get things as quickly, and that's kind of the running joke with her. So anyways, there's this part where they're talking about English, and she's just like, oh, I always get elevator and escalator mixed up, and so she goes, elevator, escalator, and then somebody explains it to her, and she's just like, oh no. Yes, yes, one of those Kansai dialect characters. Yeah. So, but that is a lovely show. Really, really funny, sweet, ridiculous. Yeah.
HO の職員の手のひらには紋章が刻まれていて、水晶はそれを認識するためのものなのです。
All ho personnel on board. But I don't have one.
HO 以外のものが使用する際は、その人間の血液が代わりとなります。
Oh, dang.
罪人であれば、まず弾かれるでしょうが。
Okay, well, don't press the wrong floor in the elevator then, or you could just pass out inside the elevator. So, I'm okay to use it?
ええ。あなたは水晶にごく少量の血液を取られるのみなのですが。
Seiya fell silent for a moment, appearing contemplative, then spoke again.
何せあなたはここへ来てから何も口にできないでいるでしょ。少量の血液でもあなたにとっては大きな影響が出るかもしれません。
Tatsuo! Don't worry, you haven't really missed much at all. We just started. All that's happened is there is an elevator for the damned. No, it's an elevator from hell that takes us to the mortal realm. And he was just explaining how the elevator works. Like, basically all Ho personnel, hell organization personnel have like a crest in their hand to like access the elevator. And then any non-personnel have to use blood in order to use the elevator. But it'll reject damned people's blood. That's all you miss. Literally, like, you know, like a minute's worth. Really, really. It's fine. I don't even feel hungry. He realizes that we haven't eaten yet, so he's just being considerate. Yeah. Yeah, so Seiya's just being very considerate. He's like, oh, you haven't eaten? We can't really, like, draw your blood, because you might faint.
隔離用での聖者はそれが当たり前。しかし、ここの空気に慣れていけば、
You mean I could starve to death? Seiya's eyes dilated, and I realized I had to return to the mortal realm now. All the more reason for us to hurry. I moved to place my hand on the crystal. Oh, it says don't go. Ah! I could tell instinctively. The voice I heard wasn't nearby, but speaking directly into my mind.
その女が帰れる方法を知ってる？おかしい。だってそいつ結果的に死んでるじゃん。
So that was the thing. We're going to the mortal realm to talk to another ghost. Turns out it's Yui. Yeah, and we haven't met her in this playthrough, I don't think so. But she was spirited away, so we were going to ask. But apparently she and Seiya are friends, which makes sense because we saw him in other playthroughs talking with her, so. I tried to clear my mind, yet Minami's words continued to haunt me. I couldn't focus. Something in his words rang true. Boo! Hello, Green Yoshi! Hi! We're all spoopy. Good to see you. You haven't missed too much. We're at the elevator. Last episode, we ended at the elevator. This elevator that takes us to the mortal realm. But we're gonna go meet a ghost in the mortal realm. They explained how the elevator works. And, yeah, so basically we have to give some blood. And we're about to, like, touch it. And then we heard a voice that was like, don't do it. So now we're like, uh-oh. I couldn't move past them. Basically, the voice was just kind of like, why are you going to listen to a dead girl? Because we're going to meet Yue. So. Or Yui. Not Yui. Not Yue. Not Card Captor Sakura. Yue, but Yui. I couldn't move past them.
怖いのですか？けれど、ここで手をこまねいていても何も得られません。 手に入る情報は少しかもしれませんが、何らかの知識は得られます。それはゆくゆく必要になるものかもしれない。
もう一度言う。行くな。
So she said it's, or like character said, oh, Minami's voice, but it doesn't sound like Minami. I guess so, but it almost sounds like the god. Alright, I am curious about Minami's words. Insanity up! Oh, shoot. Did I pick wrong? Okay. Look. So the Seiya. Okay. Yeah, curious. But, I mean, kind of. Yui has already passed away in her previous life, right? Do you really think she'll be able to help me find a way home? Seiya eyed me with a hint of skepticism.
南の入れ知恵ですか。あれもくだらないことをする。
How did you know?
行く気だったあなたが急に考えを変えたのですからピンときました。
I'm sorry, but I really think Minami has a point.
悪魔に惑わされるほどあなたの心は不安定になっているようですね。急にこのような状況に置かれ思考がぶれるのも無理はありませんが、もう少し私を信じていただけませんか？
I mean, with that honey voice. Sure. He reprimanded me gently. Yet his furrowed brows betrayed how saddened he was by the exchange. Why am I letting myself be confused like this? I already decided to trust Seiya to help me return home. I reached out tentatively to the crystal ball and again heard the voice in my mind.
た世話焼かせやがって。まあ少しでも俺の言葉に耳を傾けたのは褒めてやらなくもないけど。
You want to do it in the ghost elevator? His voice ceased as my hand touched the crystal. I immediately felt a sharp sting on my fingers, which slowly spread throughout my hand. Ouch! But I guess the pain's not that bad. I can endure it. Dizziness hit me for a second, and Seiya quickly supported me.
常にあなたの傍らにいます。ですから安心してください。
I guess I have no choice but to lean on this strong man. That's reassuring. Thank you. We smiled at each other, and I felt a floating sensation in my stomach as the elevator began to move. Eventually, the pain in my fingers subsided. For a moment, I felt nothing. Then, I heard a light ding, and the elevator doors opened. There before me was my school, a scene so ordinary, so familiar to me. I let go of the crystal, and the elevator vanished as if it were merely a figment of my imagination. It feels like it's been so long since I was here last. It almost makes me feel nostalgic. But the nostalgia was tinged with unease as a blood-red light, akin to the hidden realm, filtered through.
この学校の怪談話をご存知でしょうか？保健室の少女のことを。
A friend told me about it, but I don't remember the details. Wait, is that story about Yui? Seiya nodded, sending a chill down my spine. I never imagined actually meeting a ghost from our school ghost stories.
2点ほどお伝えしておきます。まず1点目ですが、ここでは自身の名を口にしないこと。幽霊にはいいものもいれば悪いものもいます。その悪いもの、悪霊に名を知られてしまえば呪い殺されかねません。
Just by knowing my name?
ええ、その通りです。ですから私もここではあなたの名を呼びません。
Understood.
2点目ですが、 地獄への帰り道はエレベーターではなく、時間が来れば自動的に体が戻る仕組みになっています。ここでの所要時間はおおよそ1時間と30分ほどですから、最良の行動を心がけてください。
I'll do my best.
よろしい。では、ゆいさんがいらっしゃる保健室へ向かいましょうか。
I nodded and followed Seiya as he walked toward the nurse's office. So the stories are true. The girl in the nurse's office. I wish I could remember what that story was about. I was nervous to meet her, but felt safer with Seiya by my side. Still, this place feels a lot like the Hidden Realm. Is there any possibility that this part of the mortal realm will turn into the Hidden Realm?
その心配はありません。あなたがこの場から離れれば、写しよは元に戻ります。
As Seiya said before, it seemed I was the one causing this effect.
今のあなたは異質な存在。その異質が写しよと隠りよの境界線に影響してエラーを起こしているのです。エラーの状況は見ての通り、一時的に写しよが隠りよの皮をかぶっている状態にあります。
It kind of makes sense, but at the same time it doesn't.
しっかり理解しなくても大丈夫ですよ。
Seiya seemed to sense my confusion and continued in a soothing tone.
私も確固たる確信を持って話しているわけではありませんから。この世でもあの世でも不可思議な現象は多く存在しています。今この現状もその一つ。説明がつかない現象なのです。
It's just all so mysterious. Honestly, my friend Sayaka loves this kind of stuff. I wonder how she's doing. Approaching the nurse's office, I saw the door.
ああ、伝え忘れていました。彼女は他の幽霊との接触を恐れているので、あまり騒いだりしないようにお願いします。
Okay, understood. Suddenly, an arm reached out around me from behind. There are countless unexplained phenomena, like that trick where you remove your fingers from your hand. Or, I got your nose. Then I was pulled into a hug. Huh? Before I could even grasp what was going on, I was consumed by darkness.
おーい、いつまで寝てるの？暇なんだけど。
Uh-oh. Seiya! You're supposed to watch out for me, bro? Who is that?
俺の忠告を聞かずに勝手に地獄を抜け出してさ、何のつもり？
Son of a biscuit. Oh, man. That voice.
お前にはお仕置きが必要だよね。とりあえず起きてよ。
My consciousness lifted from the darkness, leaving me in a daze. I looked around and found myself in the school cafeteria. Aside from the fact that we were in the other realm, it was a familiar scene. And there, sitting on a desk, feet dangling, was Minami. Biscuit? Biscuit? Where Biscuit? Did I miss something? I didn't hear Biscuit.
おはよう。ねえねえ、あなたのこと先生が探してたよ。勝手に抜け出したからじゃない？
What are you talking about? Under different circumstances, this conversation would have sounded like two typical high schoolers chatting in between classes.
言うことを聞かない生徒には罰が必要って先生が言っていたよ。
His eyes briefly flashed a crimson red. Oh no, I forgot. By the time I realized it was too late, I was frozen, unable to move, not supposed to make eye contact with them. Minapi approached me slowly, stopping in front of me. Yeah, our ghost dog ate our ghost homework. No, I don't have any Khalifa flowers on me.
ねえねえ、どうして地獄を抜け出したのかな？
He tilted his head.
俺さ、勝手されるの大嫌いなんだよね。
You're not the boss of me.
お前は俺の手の届く範囲にいないといけないじゃん。
Minapi slowly stroked my lips with his finger. Suddenly, the pain was gone, and I was able to speak. What I do is none of your business.
そうなんだ。でもね、こうやって抜け出しても追いかけるよ。あの世でもこの世でもどこまでも。離れれば罰を与える。かわいそうだけど、怖い目に遭わないとお前は学習しないみたいだからね。
His words, expression, and proximity made my body seize with fear. Back in town, he just watched, amused as I threatened to kill myself in front of him. That's right, that did happen last episode. I was just like, I'm gonna hurt myself, and he's like, no, you're not. And I was like, shoot, I'm not. It's true. Despite supposedly wanting my soul, it seemed as though he didn't care if I died. He might really kill me here. No, but he'll probably hurt me just enough so that I don't die. He told me before he liked watching people suffer and other cruel things.
それでは、先生自ら罰を与えます。
What am I supposed to do?
今から言うことをよく覚えておきなさい。悪魔に勝つには心を強く持つことです。
That's right. I can't let myself be afraid. I refuse to succumb to this fear. Go ahead. You can hurt me all you want, but you won't break me. Ooh. I will never give in to you. At that moment, my body was freed.
あ、そう。反抗するんだ。
Ignoring him, I bolted from the scene, running as hard and fast as I could. Oh, whoop, 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 whoop. Look, a cartoon, lolly-shaped hole in the wall now. I ran into her room and caught my breath. Whew! That was terrifying. I thought he was going to kill me. Yeah. After catching my breath, I peeked into the hallway. The 3 Ppoppos, yeah. As I opened the door, a girl I didn't recognize stood in the hall.
お姉ちゃん、遊ぼう。
Oh no. You gotta, I was like, oh, it's Yui. Nope. Nope, little kid, time to go. You're not safe. Her smile curved unnaturally upward, sending chills up my spine. I stepped back, but she followed after me, reaching for my hand. Her cold grasp told me she was a ghost. Let me go!
ねえ、遊ぼう。遊ぼうよ。何して遊ぼうか。
I don't like that they changed that font up like that. Ooh, I tried to free myself, but her grip was painfully tight. Ouch! I feared she might break my hand.
もう、だから行くなって言ったんじゃんか。
Oh, is he gonna murder this ghost for us? Suddenly, Minami appeared beside me.
お嬢ちゃんは俺と一緒に遊ぼっか。
Oh my gosh, is he gonna murder a kid? It's a kid, I mean, it's a ghost, but it's a kid ghost. That sounded like a combination of bones crunching and bubble wrap popping. Yeah, yeah.
体、動かない。
You can't murder this ghost, he's already dead. You can murder him harder. Yes, you can. You can. They explained that. It's not safe. You could die twice. Her grip loosened.
ほら、お前はこっち。
Minami removed her hand from mine. Then we sure we're not on the Minami route? I feel like we've had more CGs with Minami than we have with Seiya. Murder him harder, yeah. It gets murdery. Murder plus. Murder to the second power. Whoa!
この状況で話してなんて言うなよ。
Send him to Super Hell. Super Hell sounds better though, cause it's super. Minami muttered to me, then turned to address the girl.
ねえねえ、何して遊ぶ？あ、かくれんぼなんていいよね。それじゃあ、お嬢ちゃんが隠れる方ね。
He then violently kicked her towards the door. Ooh, rude. Oh, I feel kind of bad. I mean, yes, this ghost did attack us, but she's a kid. She doesn't know any better. Just got kicked. Just got drop kicked by this guy who definitely knows what's up. She flew into the hallway and lay flat on the ground. Yeah, my face too, Green Yoshi. I'm like, ah!
バイバイ。
I went too fast over his,
バイバイ。
Bye-bye! The classroom doors slammed shut. That was close. I looked at Minami, who was glaring at me.
やっと捕まえた。お前さ、いい加減にしてくれない？
Never! And then I run again.
行くなって言っても無視するわ。勝手に俺の呪縛から逃げるわ。
But I wanted to make excuses, but seeing as he had just saved me, I found myself unable to reply.
何？言いたいことあんなら聞いてやる。
Well, thank you for saving me. Saying that felt awkward. Minami was someone I feared, and in the past he'd caused me nothing but trouble and harm. Never in a million years did I think he would actually try and help me. I wasn't used to this feeling.
人間から感謝されたの初めてかも。気色悪い。
Human. Right. If you're gonna be like that, then I regret saying it. But I don't regret being
でも
held
お
in
前
your
からなら
arms.
悪くないかもね。
Who are you and what have you done with Minami? Look how lightly he's carrying. Like he does not look like he's struggling to lift me. It's nice. It's nice. Glad to hear that.
本当に悪くないな。あのね、神がついてるせいでお前の様子を見てるだけしかできなかった時、いろんな表情のお前を見てたんだよ。笑ったり怒ったり落ち込んだり、見てたら面白くなっちゃってさ。でもどれも俺に向けられるものじゃなかった。
His tone was somewhat sad, and I stared intently back at him. What emotions did Minami feel watching me?
だからさ、こうやって触れたり話したりするのも悪くない。もっと俺にいろんなお前を見せて。ね。
Is he gonna lick me on my face again? His words and expressions seemed different. My feelings about him were changing. But I wasn't ready to show him that yet. You're right. This is disgusting.
あ？
I mean, it's weird. Why aren't we fighting with each other?
じゃあ険悪にする？
No, sorry. I lied. Civility is better. The minute I finished saying it, I immediately regretted saying the word disgusting. But being civil, that might be nice.
仲良く。ねえ。お前は俺と仲良くしたいんだ。いいこと聞いた。
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have said that either. Anyway, can you put me down now? I promise I won't run away anymore. He took me to a desk and placed me on top of it.
まあ、今回ので分かったでしょ？勝手するとこういうことになるって。
Don't make me drop kick you like that girl in the hallway. That's what he really was saying. That was a subtext.
地獄の範囲内ならお前の様子を探れるけど、離れられると困るんだよね。
Is that why you told me not to leave?
それ以外にないでしょ。お前が殺されでもしたらどうしてくれんのさ。
Is he saying he came here to protect me? It all felt very strange. So, you don't want me to die?
は？お前バカなの？新鮮な魂欲しいって言ってんだから当たり前じゃんか。
I'm pre-dead. I know. But the other day at the shop, he didn't even seem to care if I killed myself.
ああ、あれね。楽しかったけど、万が一お前がナイフを自分に突き刺そうとしたら止めるつもりだったし。
That must be reassuring. You know, it was just like, I don't like it, but I know I could stop it if I had to. I see. So that means it would be inconvenient for him if I died. Oh, this feels like in Twilight when Bella gets the idea of like, I need to live by putting myself in danger. Maybe Edward will show up. So in a sense, you're like a guardian angel keeping me out of harm's way. I muttered this and Minami sneered as if he was greatly offended.
そういうの気持ち悪いからやめろ。
Gross. Human. Gross. But if something happens, that'd be bad, right?
うん。
Ooh, we found its weakness. It's me. Tries to crash a motorcycle so she can chase her hallucinations of Edward. Yes, yes. I'd never seen him flustered before. It's new to me, but something about it tickled me. Heh heh.
くそ。もういい。勝手にしねえ。
Wait, I'm sorry for laughing. Actually, I'm kind of relieved you don't seem as scary yet.
怖くない。
Minami looked glum. Minami, what's wrong? Minami gasped and then returned to its usual grumpy face.
お前が地獄に帰るまで俺もいなきゃなんないんだからさっさと用事済ませろよ。
Says the guy who interrupted me. Well, I guess that just goes to show how badly he wanted to scold me before. Hey. I called out to Minami, who was walking away. Thank you for coming. Minami laughed.
まあ別にいいか。
As he spoke, his expression returned to his usual devilish grin.
俺がお前を守ってやるよ。永遠にな。
That sounds a bit scary. Just as Minami was about to leave, Seiya entered the room.
南、やはりお前だったか。
Seiya reached for the chains on his hip. Put a ring on it, but take a number, buddy.
あ、俺それ嫌い。じゃあね。
Gross. Handcuffs from Seiya. Gross. Minami rushed out of the classroom, and I saw Seiya trying to throw his chain at him. I hurriedly rushed to stop him.
ですな。
It's okay. Minami saved me earlier. From Minami? I mean, Minami caused it too?
わかりました。
You were supposed to protect me, Seiya. Seiya let go of his weapon, and I exhaled with relief. We need to hurry out of here before Minami's mood gets worse. Ooh, Minami perspective. Whose playthrough are we doing? Is this not Seiya? It is the Seiya walkthrough. What's happening? All right. After parting ways with Lolli, I had nowhere else to go and just ended up hanging around the place in a daze. False advertising. I know.
守ってやるか。俺が一番キモいんだけど。
I muttered the words to myself, but didn't feel bad about them in the least. I'd seen various expressions of hers in the mortal realm, but when she'd look at me like that, it was strangely comforting.
面白いやつ。
Until Lolli disappeared, I wanted to have as much fun with her as possible. But I also felt like I needed to hurry. I was getting attached in other ways. Woo! Ever since we left the classroom, actually even before that, Seiya had been continuously apologizing to me.
本当に申し訳ありません。あなたを助けると言っておきながら、この始末。私は愚か者です。
That's an interesting idea, surrounded by perverts. Although we've encountered them in the same place though before, so that's an interesting thought. Seriously, it's all right. I was the fool for not being able to protect myself.
それ以上言わないでくれませんか。あなたが自身を卑下するほど私は情けなくなってしまいますから。
Well, then, how about we just say there's enough blame to go around? Both of us weren't cautious enough. We'll call it even. What do you say? Seiya smiled wryly.
わかりました。あなたの好意に甘えるとしましょう。一つ聞きたいのですが、南があなたを助けたと言っていましたが、あれは本当なのですか？
Yes, he protected me from an evil ghost. As expected, Seiya was quite surprised to hear that. Apparently, things would have been really bad for him if I died. He said he needs a fresh soul or something like that.
ああ、なるほど。考えてみれば確かに。
Seeing as Minami is after my soul, he's still dangerous to me, though I guess he will protect me from other threats. Fresh from the oven. So it's hard to say for sure, but as long as I'm careful not to let him steal my soul, I should be okay, right? Seiya seemed unsatisfied with that conclusion, but he also didn't deny it.
心の隙を見せないようにしてくださいね。あなたは優しすぎるから不安で仕方ありません。
Yes, yes. I tried to tell him that I definitely wouldn't show any weakness, but then I remembered. Well, before Minami saved me, he also attacked me. But thanks to your training, I could escape. See? That's progress.
襲われたという話は気分のいいものではありませんが、あなたが悪魔に抗えたのは称賛に値します。よく頑張りましたね。
Thanks, but really, it's all thanks to you, Seiya. Please, allow me to express my gratitude. Thank you, Seiya.
あなたはとんでもない破壊力をお持ちで悪魔に打ち勝てるわけです。はあ、
Calm down, Seiya. I wouldn't say I defeated him, but Minami certainly was fascinating. If he came all the way here to protect my soul, I realized he must really need it. But why does he want my soul so bad? As these thoughts ran through my mind, we finally reached the entrance to the nurse's office. And we both opened the door and walked in. We're hot, but not that hot. We entered the room to find a girl standing quietly by the window. Is that Yui? She looked toward us and smiled.
あら、せいやさんにお連れ様がいるなんて珍しいこともあるのね。
She glanced over at me and stared. Her eyes widened, and she gasped.
あなた、聖者よね。どうしてここにいるの？
Listen, what had happened was... Seiya explained the situation to her, and she seemed even more taken aback.
まさか、また神隠しが起こるなんて。
それであなたのお知恵をお借りしたくて訪ねてきたのです。
She's like, clearly I haven't. I'm still here. I was on the train, and before I knew it, I found myself here at Kisaragi Station. Not here. I found myself here. Anyway, I can't remember why I got on the train or what I was thinking when I did. Seiya's currently trying to help me find a way back home, and
申し訳ないのだけれど、私ではお力になれません。
What do you mean by that?
私は自らの意志で神隠しを起こし、地獄へたどり着いてしまった人間よ。あなたとは始まり方が違う。それに帰る方法もなく、そのまま死んでしまった。でも一つ確かなことは、何か起因になるような出来事があったはず。神に見入られ、あなたは地獄へ送られた。そこには意味があるのよ。
Seiya and I looked at each other. So, it is some kind of test then.
あなたについていた神が何の神なのか確定させなければならないようです。
Yeah, I think you're right. But was that even possible? If not, my quest to return home would end here.
力になれずごめんなさい。
Oh no, not at all. Actually, I'm glad I was able to talk to you. Yui continued to flash me an apologetic smile.
きっとどこかに糸口を見つけられる。聖夜さんがついているのだから大丈夫よ。
Seiya responded to her kind words with a bittersweet smile. I had expected him to respond with something like, "Of course she'll be fine." Perhaps he's still upset with himself for not being able to save Yui. Still, I hate seeing him like this. I think that's reassuring. I think that sounds good. Just having Seiya by my side is reassuring. He's been taking care of me since the very beginning. Except for that one time just now that Minami grabbed me and took me to a different room where I could get attacked by a different ghost. It's fine. With that, Seiya seemed to blush a little.
あなたの言葉はまるで刃のように私の心に傷跡をつけるのですね。
That doesn't sound good.
いいえ、これ以上ない惚れ子。
はあ、まったく相変わらず言葉選びが下手なのね、聖夜さんは。
Wait, he talks like that with Yui too? He's just a womanizer then. Womanizer, womanizer. She rolled her eyes but smiled back at him. Seiya didn't seem to mind and continued to be at ease. Silly man. Ooh, Seiya's perspective. There we go. As the three of us were chatting, I stole a glance at her. What do I do? Ever since she said those kind words to me, I couldn't take my eyes off Lolli. She loves me.
聖夜さん、彼女を見すぎよ。表情から困っているのがわからなくて。
Hearing Yui's words, I gasped.
申し訳ありません。気になってしまうとそのことばかりになってしまうのです。
It seemed my obsessive nature was beginning to rear its ugly head. That was no good. Yui sighed and turned to Lolli.
聖夜さんは昔からまっすぐで素直な人よ。だから気持ち悪い部分ではなく、どうかいい部分を見てあげてちょうだい。
Okay.
ひどい言われようですが、中間部分以外はいい評価でありがたいです。参考にしてくださいね。
Our little interaction seemed to amuse Lolli, who began to giggle. Her laugh was mesmerizing to me. The more I got to know her, the more my interest grew. I wondered how much longer I could be with her. Considering the temporary nature of our time together, I tried to cap my interest in her. Yes, I can't allow myself to become any more than minor infatuation. Ooh, he's infatuated with us. Woo! A short while later, we said goodbye to Yui.
まだ帰るまでに時間がありますが、他に済ませておきたい用事はありますか？
Anything else? Well, this is the hidden realm, but it's technically still Narimekahama, right?
ええ、そうです。行きたいところがあれば、今のうちに行っておくのがいいでしょう。
Maybe I should visit my classroom. That's the last place I can remember being before I ended up in hell. There is some place I'd like to go, actually.
では私もお供しましょう。
I'll be fine alone. There's some things I want to think about by myself.
一人になりたいと言われたら従わないわけにもいきません。
What am I doing?
くれぐれも気をつけてください。
I should not be by myself here. Like, let him come with me. Right. Thank you. In that case, I'll head straight to my classroom. That's a silly choice. All right. It's on the 3rd floor. All right, that's my only option. When I entered the classroom, it had an empty, sort of melancholy feel to it. I was sad that it looked different. Where's my desk? I walked toward my desk and noticed a small sheet of paper. Is that my career path survey? What's it doing on my desk? I picked up the survey and stared down at it when a vision suddenly popped into my head.
僕はあなたを闇へ誘う者。これから先は困難しかありません。前を向ければ必ず見つかります。
Yeah, I need to get a job. Oh. That's right. I heard a voice in this room. That voice was the same one I'd heard before as I fell asleep at home. A soft, high-pitched voice, yet one too powerful to resist. Was that a god? I couldn't remember exactly all the words it spoke to me, but it seemed like I was able to recover part of my memory by looking at this paper. I wondered if perhaps this had occurred because I was in this strange realm. That's right, the printout had been ripped in half before, but now it looks totally normal. Fear crept up along my arms and made me tense up. Just then, I heard an unfamiliar voice from behind the door. I instinctively ducked. I felt anxious knowing I wasn't well hidden, but there was nowhere else to hide. Then, 2 unfamiliar men strode into the room. One of the men was dressed in a kimono, and I suppressed a scream. His kimono was drenched in blood, and he wore a large sword, enough to take my head off. He matched the description exactly. Is that Kara? The man standing next to him wore contemporary clothing and looked totally normal.
遊びに来ただけなのに閉じ込められるなんてね。しかも光が赤いし。何これ？
Dibs on the sword when he super dies. No, he's gonna. It's attached.
俺にも見当がつかなくてな。まるで隠れ世のような世界だ。
Just then, I accidentally made a sound, and their gaze snapped towards me.
誰かいるようだな。
Hearing their footsteps approach and unable to contain my fear, I leapt up. I'll leave immediately, so please don't kill me. My nervous yell echoed in the room.
お前は聖者がどうしてここにいる？嘘でしょ。この子生きてるの？
Oh, I'll be leaving soon, and when I do, I believe this world will revert back to the mortal realm.
どういうこと？てか帰るってどうやって？
Well, I'm heading back to hell. Yeah, it makes sense they're surprised. Look at his face. It's like if you met somebody who escaped prison. I briefly explained about being spirited away, and the two looked to be deep in thought. Sure, Jan. I'm still figuring out how to get home. It's tough, but I have some people helping me.
ここへはまた来られるのか？もし再び会うことがあるのなら、できるだけ協力しよう。まあ、聞いちゃったら放っておけないよね、クレハさんは。何故？ 俺だけ限定したような言い方なのだ。
You once ran into someone at the train station who mistook you for his old friend from prison? Oh my! I guess old friend. I guess better than an old enemy from prison.
冗談だって。俺だってそんな薄情じゃないし。
Yeah, how? I initially found the two of them to be rather frightening, but it seemed I was wrong about them. But don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Like I said, I have people helping me. My thoughts turned to Seiya. Minami as well, though I suppose he wasn't really helping me. Just as I was about to leave, Kara handed me something.
これはお前のじゃないのか?
He held out the career path survey I'd left on my desk. Yes, it's mine, but I don't need it anymore. It's lost all meaning to me now.
いや、持って行った方がいい。意味がないと思っているものでも、後から役に立つこともある。
Oh, that's fair. That's my motto in any game. In any open world game where you can take as much as you can and become over encumbered.
そのプリントが少しでも思い入れのあるものならだけど。
Significance. I suppose it does, but
あんたは聖者だから関係ないかもだけど、死者にとって思い入れのある品ってのは特別なものでさ。初めはただのものだけど、それが思わぬ形で力を発揮することもある。
He pulled out a smartphone from his pocket. But what if I need to use my 97 potions later?
俺にとってはこれ。知ってる？メリーさんって都市伝説。
I gasped. I've heard the urban legend of the ghost who calls you and says, "My name's Mary and I'm right behind you." Is that him?
このスマホがあったから助けられてる部分がある。あんたにとってはそのプリントかもよ。
Yeah, you guess smartphones have souls and ghosts too. Oh, let me tell you all a story. My dad called me today, and he was like, "I need help with my phone." And he's like, "Something's wrong with it." I tried to get somebody to look at it, and they told me I need to get a new phone, and I don't think that's true. And then they were like, "Okay, if you don't get a new phone, then we can fix it for you, but we'll charge you." I was just like, "Don't pay any." It's like, "Come over." It's like, I don't have any meetings. Actually, I had one meeting, but it ended up getting canceled. But anyways, I was just like, "Yeah, just come over and I'll help you." And yeah, it was rude. So my dad just downloaded an app that he shouldn't. Like, it was like some of the apps that you like that are available, they sound really innocuous. Like, most of the time your phone comes with a flashlight already, so you don't really need to download a flashlight app. And so there's a lot of tricksy ones that are called flashlight, and then they like download a bunch of stuff onto your phone and make ads pop up and stuff. And so I was able to help him like pinpoint which one, and it was called like mobile tools or something like that. And I was like, "Dad, you can't." I was like, "You gotta be careful of what you download." But like, I've fixed it, and so I was like, I've deleted it. I deleted some other things, and I was like, "I don't think you need this," and I helped him, but I was just like, I feel bad. I feel bad because, like, I mean, there's some tech things that my dad's really good at, but there's some tech things that he just, he isn't as used to it as we are, right? So, yeah, Dad, this is gonna dox you. Yeah. So, but I'm glad I was able to help him. But it does make me worried for, a lot of people who maybe don't have like a resource, So, but anyways, all's well that ends well. I guess even these days ghosts have smartphones, but what did he mean by it saved him? Actually, this isn't the time to think about that. Besides, he might do something scary if I push back. I should just do as he says. Got it. In that case, I'll hold on to it. He smiled, pleased with my decision. He's so cute. Well, I should get going now.
ああ、無事に帰れるといいな。 頑張ってね。
Thank you both, and goodbye. Goodbye forever! And then yeet! After I parted ways with them, I folded the career path and gently put it in my pocket. Could this thing really be useful? I couldn't help feeling a bit hopeful. What a strange day this has been. I'd met two of the most famous ghosts in our town, Kara Kara and Mary Mary. Guess I still have some time before I have to go back. Maybe I can check somewhere else? Ooh, are we gonna meet Hibiki in the mirror? Maybe. We're gonna go to the library. I came to the library and found Seiya flipping through a book. What are you doing, Seiya?
ああ、あなたですか。うつしおの本に興味がありましてね。これは恋愛小説です。
He's channeling a little bit of Kakashi with those romance novels. Choosing a romance novel seemed to fit with his character.
行きたい場所へは行けたのですか？
Yes. Now I'm just waiting to return.
では、帰る時間が来るまで、ここで二人きりの時を過ごしましょうか。
He sure has a way of making things sound suggestive. Alone time. Wink. Hi, Mochi. You're so cute. So what should we talk about? We should talk about probably hobbies. Yeah, what do you do when you're at home? 7 minutes in hell. That's funny. Hobbies. Do you have any hobbies, Seiya?
私のプライベートに興味がおありなのですね。
I was just curious. It's nothing like what you think, Seiya.
ほう。私の考える感情とは？
Oh, well, I didn't think he was going to make me say it, and I felt my face flush red.
頬をあからめて困惑するあなたのなんと可愛らしいことでしょう。
Oh my gosh, this guy. Are you making fun of me?
可愛い女性はからかいたくなる。それこそが世の男性の特徴です。よく覚えておきなさい。
Cheeky. Men in the world? So what are your hobbies, Seiya?
まだわからないのですか？あなたのような可愛らしい女性をからかうことです。
Gosh. What a ham. What a ham. He's very Raphael. He's getting a little typecasted here.
楽しい時間を過ごせました。これもあなたのおかげです。ありがとうございます。
Now you want ham? Go ham on some ham.
ぜひ、また私の趣味に付き合ってくださいね。
Never again, please. I walked down the hallway, but stopped when my body was filled with a strange sensation. It was almost as though I was being pulled. Maybe it's almost time to go? Apparently, I was spot on. Seconds later, I was back in hell. Looking around, I saw that Seiya had returned as well.
体調は大丈夫ですか？
I feel totally fine. I started to speak, but my legs gave way. Thankfully, Seiya caught me.
そろそろ眠らないと危険です。南を恐れる気持ちはわかりますが、私がついていますので、少しだけでも休んでください。
I mean, but you were by my side when he grabbed me. I don't know. But Minami's dreams were stifling, unsettling. It felt like he was encroaching on my mind. No, like he was entering my body. It was so creepy. It wasn't like the Minami I'd seen in person. In the dreams, he felt truly malevolent, truly evil. Everything about him was different. His voice, his aura were noticeably more sinister.
あれは夢の中でこそ力を発揮する悪魔。私でも夢まではどうすることもできません。
Well, Well, that's not reassuring.
先ほど学校で南に抗ったと言っていましたね。
Yes, I did. I remembered what you taught me, Seiya.
ならばその教えを胸に眠りなさい。あなたの夢なのですから抗うことができるのですよ。
He's got a soothing, sleepy time voice. Okay. I wanted to heed Seiya's advice, and yet, as I tried to think, my eyelids grew heavy. I didn't want to sleep. I resisted, but... In my dream, a chillingly familiar voice echoed.
やっと会いに来てくれたんだね。ようやくお前を感じられそうだよ。
Just a little bit of Benadryl.
今のお前はまだ魂を俺に譲ろうなんてみじんも思っていないだろう。でも譲った後のことを考えたことがあるか？
Of course I hadn't. I'd never offer my soul to him.
お前が契約してくれるなら俺はお前の体をも奪い一緒に帰ってあげよう。
What does he mean by that?
お前の遺体だよ。持ち帰ってあげるって言ってるんだ。
What? If I was returning home dead, it was pointless. I don't want that. I want to go back alive, so don't interfere.
へえ、そう。でも帰れなかったら家族はお前を探し続けるだろうね。心配をかけて悲しませて大切な人たちにそんな思いをさせるのか。
Well,
お前の亡骸を見て家族は悲しむだろう。だがどんな形であれ帰ってきたことに安堵もする。
dang. He suggested it was better for them to know I was dead than to keep wondering. But if I were to actually die, would that really have been better?
なあ、いい提案だと思わない？
I... Okay. Let me think about this. Is this the good Seiya ending? It's like... The walkthrough says he may be right. I don't like that, but maybe. We gotta go crazy, I guess. He might be right. Deep down, I knew Minami was manipulating me, but part of me still thought his idea had merit. Minami has a point? As I entered his idea, the unsettling feeling I had before began to fade. It wasn't completely gone, but I felt much better.
前向きに考えてくれているみたいで嬉しいよ。これからも俺の言葉に委ねて、さあ、そろそろ深く眠れ。お前の命が尽きないように。
His words dragged me towards darkness. I felt Minami's presence fade. Then I drifted into a deep sleep. What on earth? Okay. That wasn't super satisfying, but alright. Okay, let's give it a save. Alright. Alright, well, we tried. Okay. Well, it'll be interesting to see. Yeah. You don't know why the chat didn't send your comment saying you should. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's good. Maybe because it knew. Maybe because it knew I was gonna. But, yeah. No, I appreciate that, though. Yeah, well, it's good game hygiene to save. But anyways, thank y'all so much for hanging out. I hope that y'all have a good rest of your night. I am gonna get ready to go see the Chainsaw Man movie, so the timing is good. But yeah. My next stream is tomorrow. I'll be on Iriam for Study Buddy's lunch. Yeah. You'll get that hat someday. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. Well, thank you so much. I hope you have a good one. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.